Okay, VS Code hidden tip and trick of the week this week. This is a VS Code Quasar Docs. So we got CF Docs for our CFML stuff. Now you can get the VS Code plugin for all your Quasar Docs. And so I'll share my screen for those watching. It's only got a couple thousand installs so far, but it's pretty cool. I mean, I really like Quasar. They got good documentation, good everything else, but basically it just pulls it straight into an iframe essentially in your code, so you can bring up the documentation, get to all the APIs just directly. So it's pretty simple, but those little VS Code tips and tricks, like they really do help. So you got all the different options, but I love Quasar. If you haven't used it or looked at it, check it out. It's great for, again, almost anything. Even has a UMD option, so you can use it inside your ColdFusion applications, bring in the styles and the JavaScript and drop in your view code. But I haven't done much with that. It's sort of like do you just tweak a little bit, or do you go all in and do the spire? So I'm at the point where I'm
investigating. This is really interesting.
Sorry, go ahead.
I hadn't seen the Quasar one, but we could really easily do this with VS or with CF Docs too. For anybody who's interested in wanting to add, stuff to VS Code, the API is actually really easy to get started with. They have like a boilerplate code, hello world example that you can try, and their stuff's well documented. So you don't need to know a ton of JavaScript to get started, but it is running in like Node.js, and you've got access to the terminal. You've got access to this they would call like a web view. And then you can just tell it to open up in a new panel. So I can't imagine that it would take a whole lot to do something with CF Docs like this. Maybe I can try working on something like that.
Yep. If not, into the box next year, where it could be a hackathon.
Oh, yeah.
But we got lots of things.
Maybe I'll save it for that.
Yeah, that's kind of a long way away, but lots of different ideas. But maybe, yeah. I mean, CF Docs has an extension already, right?
So it does, but this would be nice if you wanted to just like run a quick example.
Yeah. Well, I'm
just thinking, that's on there or something.
So that's what I'm thinking. Can we just add it to the existing one? That could be one of your Oktoberfest pull requests if you get it done in time.
Oh, does CF Docs have an extension? I don't know if they do.
I'm pretty sure they do. Let me pull up some code here. Maybe I'll do that
VS Code CFML uses CF Docs to do the code completion, but that's all I knew about.
Oh, okay. Well, let me have a quick look. I'm pretty sure that's what I have built in is the CF Docs. No, maybe you're right. Maybe they just built it into the Kamasamake one. So, okay. I got all excited for nothing. I was like, that'd be something cool, but yeah. And speaking of VS Code extensions, though, you've also been working on a few other ones. You want to tease a little bit more about them, or no?
Yeah, maybe I'll put them all into the same one. One of the things that the VS Code command box extension already does, it allows you to run scripts that you have in your what is it, server.json file or box.json file. Yeah. So if you wanted to run like a linter, if you wanted to run like what are some of the other things that are in there? Oh, it's like CF format.
Yep.
They work. They're a little slow, and not, I mean, annoyingly so, but for me, kind of annoyingly so. And the biggest reason is that when Kamasama K put it together, he wanted it to be kind of like just a runner. It can be whatever it wants to be. It doesn't have to be ColdFusion. It just can. And if it is, it just appends box onto it and runs it and is done. And then it closes the process. In my experience, for doing code formatting or for doing linting, it's kind of nice to have that run in an open command box terminal so that you don't have to wait for the startup time. And so I've been working on trying to build a VS Code extension that opens up a terminal tab for command box and then runs commands within that so that they're fast, and it can use the autosave functionality to trigger like a CF format on a page.
Yep. because we were talking about that, and we were like, I wonder if there's like an API to get into that or something, and then, playing around, and then you finally found that. So yeah, I'm excited about that too, because obviously we could rebuild everything in Node, but nobody wants to really do that. So if we can have just command box open and use it, then that'd be pretty cool. And so, a lot of the commands, like you say, you want to have it on save, just run. And so I think, that'd be pretty awesome. So I'm excited for it. So I wish I had more time to help you with that, but you do more on that. I'll do more on the test box utils, and we'll be good.
Perfect.
That was our VSCode hint, tip, and trick of the week. Brought to you by Modernize or Die Podcast, CFML News Edition, proudly sponsored by Order Solutions. You can see the new episodes every week on cfmlnews.modernizeordie.io or on the Order Solutions YouTube channel.